Until now, before we're too far gone.
Hello, everybody. I decided to come back up here because sewer drain number 27 blew up again. That sewer has a lid on it from the city council. It's mostly known for bullshit Betty. She had struck again. I didn't think it was possible, but it was possible. They finally released the shooter's name, information about the shooter, and Bullhorn Betty, took it upon herself to degrade, to refuse to call the person by whatever pronoun they wish to be called. And let me say, we do not know that at this moment. Still at 7:28 Central Time, 66 degrees Fahrenheit, sunny. But we don't know. At best, we could assume transgender, female to male. That's an assumption because I saw a picture with his tie on. Yes, I said with his. How hard is it to comprehend uh kind of the subject? It's not hard. Let's hear from some real news people and listen to what they told us, and then I'll get back to where I am. I just don't want to not get the truth out there. So Betty, go sit in your fucking sandbox, stay over there, and shut up till I come back.
And I want to ask Chief Drake to come and give us an update.
Thank you, Mayor Cooper. Again, thank you all for being here. Just an update from today's press conference. We've identified the shooter as Audrey Hale, 28-year-old female that lived in the Nashville area. We have investigations ongoing now at the residence on Brightwood Avenue. And we have made contact with the father that lived at that residence and are putting together more information. We've also determined there were maps drawn of the school in detail of surveillance, entry points, etc. We know and believe that entry was gained through shooting through one of the doors is how they actually got into the school. I want to take the time to at least say, and I won't say the victims' names, I'll let Don say that, but out of the 6 victims, 3 adults, 3 of those were children. 2 of them were age 9, 1 was 8, about to be 9. All the families have been contacted. The victims' families have been contacted as well. My thoughts and prayers go out to the family. When we send our kids to school or to any place of safety, we expect them to live, learn, have fun, and come back from that day's experience. We don't anticipate things like this. And I want to say thank you to our partners, to Chief Swan, to Glenn Funk, to our mayor for his support, to our federal partners. But also I want to say thank you to our first responders who got there and immediately went in and addressed the threat of someone that had multiple rounds of ammunition, prepared for a confrontation with law enforcement, prepared to do more harm than was actually done, and we were able to stop the threat, and unfortunately, 6 victims. So my thoughts and prayers again, but the praise go to the men and women. As I've said before, we will not wait. I was hoping this day would never ever come here in this city, but we would never wait to make entry and to go in and to stop a threat, especially when it deals with our children. So thank you. They're not. Just me. They're not saying anything.
I'm going to go over the victims' names with you now. The 3 9-year-olds who were killed: Evelyn Dieckhaus, William Kinney, Hallie Scruggs. 3 adults: Mike Hill, a custodian, age 61; Cynthia Peak, to my understanding, a substitute teacher, age 61; and Katherine Koonce, age 60. As Chief Drake said, we have identified the active shooter as Audrey Elizabeth Hale, age 28. We'll take just a few questions if you have any.
John, do we believe that she was a former student at the school?
Yes, we do. Chief, you want to address that?
Yes, from our investigations tell us that she was a former student at the school. I don't know what grade she's attended or grades, but we do firmly believe she was a student there. She does identify as transgender, yes.
Is there any reason to believe the shooter first went to the church before going to the school?
I can't give you that information. I wasn't sure. We know that the minute the calls came in, we responded to the church, so to the school. Yeah, yeah.
Was there like 2 officers that went in when they first got there? Do you know how many there were when they first got there?
So it was 5 officers that immediately went in and addressed. We have video that we're going to release, but you can see in the video, you can hear gunfire going on as they're in the school. They address the threat and take that threat down. So we know there were 2 AR-style weapons, one a rifle, another was an AR-style pistol, and the other was a handgun. We believe 2 of those may have been obtained legally, locally here. Was what? There was some, I don't know her exact capacity within the school, but it was higher up in the echelon. Unsure. I believe one may have been, but I can't confirm that. No history at all.
And no motive at this point? Anything discovered in the apartment or house?
No, we have a manifesto. We have some writings that we're going over that pertain to this day, the actual incident. We have a map drawn out of how this was all going to take place. There's right now a theory of that we may be able to talk about later, but it's not confirmed, and so we'll put that out as soon as we can. I'm sorry, I knocked someone's mic over. I didn't hear you say that again, sir. We can give you that at a later time. There is some theory to that. We're investigating all the leads, and once we know exactly, we'll let you know.
So was this a targeted attack?
It was.
Can you identify transgender man or woman?
Don't know any history of mental illness at this time, but we are looking at that as the investigation is ongoing. And I'm sorry.
Did she identify transgender man or woman?
It's a woman. It was the only school that was targeted. There was another location that was mentioned, but because of a threat assessment by the suspect, too much security, they decided not to. And that area was here in Nashville, so we're continuing with that investigation as well. Right now, we believe it's a lone assailant, and we don't anticipate any further damage at this time, but we're still investigating. So.
Brightwood address. Did she live there with her parents?
Yes, yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay, Chief.
Okay. Thank you.
So the scene is going to be processed throughout the night, probably into tomorrow. This is an extensive scene. As you know, she entered the building, which is one structure. The church and the school are in one building. She entered on the lower floor. There were shots fired on the lower floor before she went to the upper level. And it was on the upper level where she was confronted by police and killed. So understand the scene processing will take place over at least 2 days, today and tomorrow. And we'll have more details for you, including the release of video, perhaps tonight, but if not tonight, certainly tomorrow. Thank you.
Oops. All right, there we go. I hope y'all got your sound now. That's what we know from the police. And, they were asking questions to the officer in uniform, questions about, did she identify as female or did she identify as male? We don't know that yet. He kept calling her a female, excuse me. And I just would prefer to wait for her sister or someone who has more knowledge about that to answer that, because he may not have understood the question. But wait, the wrong picture. Okay, this is some artwork by the shooter. But like I said, this is some of her work, and this is some of her work that Bullhorn Betty, this is, cropped out. I got a couple of pieces of it here. And Bullhorn Betty, ripped her artwork apart. She was a graphic artist and a regular artist, and she did, had a website that had, examples of her work out there in case someone wanted her to hire her for drawings for maybe their store or a website or something like that. And Bullhorn Betty took it upon herself to say what a horrible artist she was. And she wouldn't hire her for shit. So of course, you cannot expect bullshit Betty to say anything good about this person. Not about her artwork, not about her, maybe she went to church every Sunday. She wouldn't say nothing good about that. I don't know that she did. I'm just making an example. No matter what this person did good in this world, maybe they fed the homeless every Saturday and Sunday. You never know. You don't know what good people do in this world. But bullshit Betty took it upon herself to say this is the worst artwork she's ever seen. It's nasty. It's horrible. She wouldn't hire this person for any reason whatsoever. She's just full of hate. If this is what this person had to face every day in this world, people like bullshit Betty and their hate, and I am sure this person had to. I am choosing, as hard as it may be, for me to use the term this person. If it's said to be that's a female to male, fine, I will use him. That is their choice. That is their preference. I will do it. Why? Does it hurt me? No. Does it hurt you? No. Are there others like them in the world? Yes. You're all willing to accept a child that says they're a cat. I'm not so sure about that, and I don't know how I would deal with that. I don't even know what to call that. I don't know what to call the kitty. I'm sorry. Just don't know. But for a kid to, and if the kid and some kid with their parents are going to medically get help and psychological, they just can't walk in the store or in the doctor's office and say, hey, give me this, have surgery, and be done with it. That's just not how medicine works. Yeah, I've read up on this. Why not? I'm a veteran. It's in my country. I need to know what I'm fighting for. I just don't go out there and take a damn bullet. Yeah, imagine that. Veterans want to know what they're dying for. Veterans want to know what they're raising their gun up against, because we don't just fight in other countries. One day we're going to be right here. And we need to know what we're fighting for. We need to know who we're fighting against. No matter where they stand. I don't know what kind of American bullshit Betty is. She spit so much hate about the artwork, about the, young adult. I call anybody a young adult under 30. Why wouldn't I? They're still young. They're still learning about the world. And the world that Aubrey, but that's not Aubrey's name. Audrey Hale is the birth name of this person. The name Aubrey chose for himself was Aiden. So I will call him Aiden Hale. Aiden Hale was born Aubrey Hale, which is where I get that Aiden Hale may possibly strong, not proven, F to M, female to male. That is just my ignorance or assumption, because the media is being silent on that point and they're causing a confusion. So you got people saying, so is she a he or a she at birth? Now we got this playing games. If you're an adult playing a game on the internet right now saying, oh, I'm confused. Was this person born a male or a female? Isn't Aiden a male name? Notice how the corpse is female. I'm reading comments. Grown people are all over the internet saying, I'm confused as fuck now. Were they male or female? I'm confused. Develop the delusion, entwine it with identity, immerse them in America where they always feel attacked because words hurt. It's a word they've become. This emotional tragedy is just something digital age cultivates. Then people get to play it like a movie critic until the situation itself plays out. Oh shit. I just put my brain on the microphone. I should have left it away from here. You got adults having this fight online and they're attacking each other and attacking other people. People are blaming trans rights movement for this. Some people are saying they should start reporting XXXY since words like man and woman have no meaning anymore. That's a lot of things to, just get in a fight about. Or how about worse? Let's put a barcode. People are saying this stuff over this. Someone's even has a pre-order book out called My Book Gender Madness. It's at Barnes & Noble. He's selling it. Some people degrade them. Oh, another transgender nut job. So what then? You think it's going to just go away because people like Bullshit Betty call them names and, make fun of them and say that they're weird or that they should do what you want them to do, because if not, you won't do what they prefer? Okay, so I just found somewhere that Aubrey Hale, born Aiden Hale. No, Aubrey was how they were born. Aiden is the name they wish to use. Transgender, using he and him pronouns. That was put out there by NBC News. They said it, I repeated it. It sounds about right, so let's give them a little bit of credit on that. And to go along with it, that this artwork right here, this is Aiden's artwork. That's what he did. That's what he, put. And he was actually in the University of Nashville, I think it was. And this is Aiden's sister in this, well, either picture. The one on the right side, Aiden's sister's in the blue shirt. If you're looking at the picture on the left side, she's in the black tank top looking kind of shirt. They're from Nashville, Tennessee, and the girl that is next to Aiden's sister is it's Emily Hale and Anna Hale. Aiden's sister is Emily Hale, and she is married to Anna Hale. And Bullhorn Betty said, the fruit didn't fall far from the tree. What the fuck kind of comment is that? It's not bad enough of the one sister or the one brother. I don't know how Emily Hale looked at Aiden. I don't know. But I'm pretty sure she probably looked at her as, that's my younger brother. I'm assuming. But I didn't assume that Bullshit Betty confused a whole bunch of people, because while she was talking about Aiden and degrading Aiden and putting him all up in a nasty cornfield of hate, Bullshit Betty had Emily Hale's picture up. So now you got a whole bunch of people out there not knowing which one is which. Me and Squirrel were listening to this, and Squirrel even said to me, I don't know which one she's talking about. Fuck. This is not okay. Of course, then, then we're going to have people saying, oh, Nasir must be blah, blah, blah. because he's all upset about this girl who's a girl who's a boy, and the sister who's a girl who's a boy. He's very sensitive about it. Oh, there must be something with him in the background. Shut the hell up and quit acting fucking stupid, you ignorant fuck. Yeah, comments. Yeah, Betty was so wrong for what she said. It was horrible. It was past horrible. Let me tell you something. Again, I'll say it slow for the ignorant people like Betty Bullhorn and all those who think like her. Because I'm talking about this subject is because of the hate and the disgusting manner to this dead person. Yes, this person did a horrible act, but that is not a reason to hate on his sister and not a reason to hate on him. Plus all the other hate you spit out in the world, Betty bullshit. You spit out all this world that people like them that are still in the world should watch out for people like you. You had already talked about, some unsavory kind of things you wish would happen. See, your number one thing. You know what? That doesn't solve every problem. You talk shit about both of these people, and then when you were wrong, because everything you said was wrong about Aiden first thing this morning, you got off the subject and you started talking about your piece of shit brand new PC. But you don't listen to any men, so let me help clear that problem up. You need a tower. Go figure that shit out. You got too much hate for your laptop. Jeez and Pete's. Who's shit in your sandbox that makes you, one, hate every male almost on the internet? You always got some kind of shit to say about a male on the internet. And I guess you just hated Aiden Hale not because of what he did, but because he was a male. Oh, but no. You said I outright refuse to call Aiden Hale the correct pronoun. I absolutely refuse. That is what you said. That is an absolute hate mongrel if there ever was one. It is not a hard concept. It's not. And why does it hurt you? What do you lose? You showed church on Sunday. I saw that. And how does God say about that? What does Jesus say? Hell, what would Jesus do? What would Jesus do, Betty Bullshit Bullhorn? Would Jesus hate on Aiden too? Since you want to bring up church on Sunday, I guess because you think the whole YouTube needs to be saved by your Christianology, the way you said Christians when you were talking about Aiden. There are people who call their Christians who are just as bad as you. And you called yourself a Christian and you spit hate out your mouth all day today. God don't like ugly. You mean you need to go check up on your faith. Did Aiden do a horrible thing? Yes. But Aiden had to be in a very horrible place. Very horrible. Way down in that pit. Do I know why? No. There's a manifesto. It's going to come out. This is going to be more than today. It's going to take them 2 days to figure out the whole site. As a veteran of this country, I downright absolutely will never show hate to anybody in this country, even if I don't like them. If somebody runs over my foot with a grocery buggy, I'm not going to be happy because that shit hurts. But I'm not going to cuss them out. I'm not going to throw the buggy across the store. I'm not going to make a big scene because I have manners. Because I'm better than that. Yeah, I am better than that. We won't say the guys with the guns waited this time, are we? Like the 400 guys outside of waiting on Ramos.
Yep.
400 guys have waited on Ramos. These 5 guys didn't wait at all. They went in. We say those guys should not have waited, the Ramos guys. And I wonder, with this, should they have showed a little patience? I don't know if he killed himself or the cops killed him. I don't know. We don't know any details other than what they told us. But I know right now there's a lot of pain going on with Emily Hale, with Anna Hale, with Adrian's parents, with the children that, were that lost their life. Evelyn Dieckhaus, I think her name was. I don't really know how to say it. Hallie Scruggs, William Kinney, all 9. They were all 9 years old. Cynthia Peck, age 61. Katherine Koonce, age 60. And Mike Hill, age 61. Those are the ones who lost their lives inside. But nobody knows why yet. Nobody knows what the manifesto says. Nobody knows if could this have been prevented? The biggest thing that I'm seeing that I can't is why are all you adults out there just making it worse? Why are you out there saying things like Emmy Rock says they're always mentally unstable, those poor kids. The patriarch always wins. Franco says all of the sudden misgendering is perfectly acceptable again. This is some really sad shit. These are subjects nobody wants to talk about. They don't want to talk about it. They want to just hate. What do you get from all this hate? What happens? And all you can do is just get away with hate. I still want to hear the sad story that's going to come out. When she blew the door open, people say, oh, like at Ramos, the teacher left the door open and she's not okay and she's never going to be okay again because of that one action. This shooter had a map. The police chief John Drake said it was a clear motive. Confirmed it was a targeted attack, yet at the same time could have went somewhere else. Was it? Man. You never know, do you? You never know. They say that, this, excuse me, boy went to this school at some point. That's all you really know. Why don't we just try to do the right thing? What does it really hurt you to say, well, you're already to, the subject of Squirrel, putting litter boxes in the bathroom for people who, as they say on the news, identify as a cat. We're already, not we, because I don't understand it, and I'll be more than glad to say I don't understand it. They're all ready to do this.
Right.
But they're not ready to understand for the many years it's been going on, and we're talking about 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, many years. Understand the transgender community in wanting to be called a simple thing such as him or her. That's all it used to be for a long time. Now it's a much longer thing. It's, LGBTQ, it's much longer. As a veteran, yeah, that's talked about a lot at the VA. There's flyers and all kind of stuff. So you may be wondering, as a veteran, why would I be taking up for these people? They're just not American, damn it. They're a disgrace to America. No, the fuck they're not. I'm gonna say that right now. I'll put a stop to you for saying that shit. Because they're American. You might not like this American any more than you like another American for some other reason. Maybe because they drive a Toyota. Because that's how petty y'all are. I don't like this guy because he drives a Toyota and I'm an American, so I like to have Fords. If you have a Ford truck, you can live on this street, but if you got a Toyota, you can't live here. Buddy. Get, Lord. This is America. You have to be able to accept right and wrong. Doesn't mean you have to lay down and be walked all over. But it also doesn't mean you put your bullhorn in your mouth and go shout at everybody until they give in to your way of thinking. That's not how it works. The strong are supposed to stand up for the weak. The strong are supposed to protect the weak. The strong are not supposed to participate in the degrading of the weak or degrading and ignorance and push them down. The strong are not supposed to be the bigger bully that you go to win your fight. So if someone would ask me, right, what do I think about LGBTQ? I think that's an American. See, because people have asked this before. They ask us, these vets, vets ask other vets this. Doctors ask vets this. So they can see if we're still the red, white, and blue. It's a little tricky. What would we do? Would we stand in front of them and defend them? You're damn right we would. Because they're American. If you have no other reason whatsoever to stand up for them, if they are plaid with green pants on, yellow fingers, and pink toenails, you should stand in front of them if no other reason is because they are an American. And that is enough. We protect the weak, and we are home of the brave. Does anybody not remember that? This is the home of the brave. Why don't y'all think about that a little while? Think about the brave. Think about if you're one of the brave or will stand with one of the brave. Adrian needed one of the brave a long time ago. And so did those children. I'll leave y'all with that to think about. If you're an American, you'll think about it. Not just act like it. Think about it.